Well, welcome back. Welcome back to where we started. When you last saw it, it was running really fast, couldn't slow it down. Took the balance wheel out and look at the hairspring, and it was oily and dirty, so stripped out the hairspring, gave it a little wash, and it's back into keeping good time. Got a really nice amplitude about it. It's been running now, I think what time did we start this morning? It was about 10 o'clock. I played around with it for about 40 minutes, half an hour. Just really straightened out the hairspring. Remember I said to you, it looked really bent up around this area, as though it was all snagged up. Well, it was just the fact that it was oily and dirty. So I soaked the hairspring for about 10 minutes or so in my favourite solution. Everybody goes wild, hey, you mustn't do that. Listen, I use that, and I use commercial vehicle, well, not commercial vehicle, a car, what would you call it, clutch and brake cleaner to get rid of some of the grease in the oil, and it works a treat. But there you go, it's back, it's running very, very well. It's slowed itself right down, and there we have it. Need to find a second hand for it. Don't know. Not something I'm going to keep, but it's probably going to end up going back on eBay as a restoration project. I'll just probably say to someone, you know, sold as spares or repair, needs a second hand. Bottom of the dial's not in the greatest shape, and I'll leave it from there. See how it pans out. But it's done. So if you have a watch and it runs super fast all the time, just check the hairspring is not bent, twisted, and give it a wash and a clean the hairspring, get all the grease and oil off of it, and she should be good to go. That's it. Don't know what I've got to do next. I'll find something to entertain myself and you, hopefully, if you enjoyed it. Good stuff. Good morning. Just come up to 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning in a very bright and sunny day in London. And what we have today is this little silver pocket watch. It's got mismatched hands, it's got no second hand, fairly well worn around the case. There's very much wrong with the case, to be fair, it's just quite worn. I've had this watch running for quite a while, and it runs well in all positions. Don't know if anyone can give me a clue. You can see those marks, silver. I don't understand some of these marks, but anyway, it does run in all positions, and it runs too well. The problem with the watch is that it gains enormous amounts of time. Now that the glass is off, or open, the front's open, you see it's pretty mucky round there. It's had a real bad repair. So What do we think could be wrong with this that's causing it to run so fast? Don't know, but it does run very, very well. So what I propose to do is first of all see if we can push out the pin. It's a sometimes it's oh Lord, can't get my fingers around it. It's a swing out case, or it's a swing out movement. It does run, trust me, it runs. Probably wants a bit of power put into it. As you can see, it's running, and it runs really too well. So what I'm thinking is, I'm wondering, oh, there's my elbow. I'm wondering if I look at this hairspring. This is what I'm hoping it's going to be. It looks like this hairspring is a bit of a strange shape on it, and it seems to be stuck along there. And this regulator is pushed right over towards the slow. So you're fast, and there's your slow. So I'm going to bring that back, because if that was right over to slow and it was really punching on, I'm wondering if middle. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and went up about 3, yeah. So as I say, I'm still looking at this hairspring, and it does look as though it's stuck a little bit. So there we go. Just see if I can tease it around a bit. Yeah. Now I'm not sure. I'm still not overly happy with that. Because it still just seems a bit tight around that corner. Very gently. I know it looks brutal. Trust me, I am being gentle with it. As I say, it runs super well, considering. Well, I don't know whether to take the balance cock off and the balance wheel, and just separate them and relax maybe some of this tension on the spring. What I'm not sure about is what's going on, or how the balance wheel, or rather I should say the hairspring, bring it down a little better look, is attached. But it seems to me that I might be alright. Excuse me. I think we might be alright just popping off the balance cop and stop it. As I say, it's a strong running little watch. It wants to run all the time. Looking good. Have a look with my third eye. So that's good. So now let's just have a look in here now. Better look at that hairspring. Yeah, sorry, I had my head right in the way, didn't I? I know. Yeah, see? When I'm looking at it from this angle, this part of the hairspring does seem as though it's a bit far out, I suppose you could say. And this end of the hairspring seemed as though it was a little bit too far over for my liking. And it was sort of quite close to touching the wheel. But it's just this arc around here that kind of makes me a bit uncomfortable. Like having a bath with your socks on, I suppose. So I'm going to ease the hairspring around a bit. And again, you look. Yeah, I'm not sure. You have to bear with me because I've not operated on one of these before. It's obviously a Swiss movement or an English movement. This part of the this part of am I down as far as I can go? Yeah. I'll bring it up so you can have a look. Let me change my glasses. Different bins so I can see what you'll see. So yeah, that's a little bit better, isn't it? A bit clearer. So maybe you can get some understanding of what I'm looking at down there. The hairspring there just seems a funny shape. I know it's got to go out, but it seemed a funny shape, and this part of the hairspring seemed to be colliding up with the back of the hairspring, and that's what I'm thinking. It's on its rotation, the hairspring's actually moving round, hitting this, and then it's rebounding, if that makes sense, with extra force, because the hairspring's actually colliding with this bit. See how close it is? And I don't know if I can't do it up here because it needs to be rested, and I need to change my eyes. So to try and do this without getting a big head in the way. And obviously without breaking the hairspring. Well, that's it's eased it back a bit, but I'm still not convinced. I'm still not convinced. And what I want to do is I want to move this part of the regulator back over a bit, so you don't have to change my glasses, so I can see what I'm doing. I feel that's better. That's lined it up a bit better, isn't it? But that just seems so close. See, I want it over there, so that on the rebound, when that comes back over, it doesn't bounce and hit it, and then changing the amplitude a little. And it doesn't seem to want to bend. It's where I want it to bend is right up here where the hairspring goes through this bit of the stud. Just have a bit of a closer examination of that. What I hadn't seen when I was looking at this, I'll change my glasses again. Oh, if I only had a 20-year-old's eyes. Can you see in there? There's a gap there. And I wonder if I loosen that screw, if I can ease that back away, extend the gap, because the hairspring looks really close to it, and I'm sure that's where my problem is, that this is actually hitting on there as the hairspring moves around. So nothing ventured, nothing gained, as my dear old mother used to say. Let's see if we can. The screws are loose enough. Let's see if we can order that. Well, that's pushed it right back. Put the balance cock back on. Where did it go? You see what a strong running little watch it is. That just fell straight in and it's kicked itself off. It's not so keen now, is it? So let's pop its screw back in. Doesn't seem as happy as it was, does it? See that back a bit. No. It's definitely not as happy as it was before we moved. The little stud. definitely not happy, is it? You can see it's now starting to struggle. It slows right down and then picks up again. Just watch it for a little while. You see how it stumbled then? Sometimes that's what you have to do with these things. You have to just look at them and watch them. And you saw it stumble. Oh, I nearly wanted to stop. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll pop off the balance cocker kit. Two bits at once here. Tell you again how it was. I don't know if you could make it out, if you can see the sort of amplitude, but it goes high, 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 high. It gets up a fair old speed and then it almost stops. So I think I might have overdone it. Moving that back. Might have overdone it a bit. See, I like that. I don't know if you could see that then. But I've altered. Change of glasses again. What I did there, I altered the angle of how that was sitting. It was sitting that way, and I've altered it to that angle, and I've pushed it in a little bit. And it's pulled the hairspring right away from there, but it's still leaving me that bit of confusion how tight it is there. What we'll do is we'll pop back on the hairspring, the palette fork. Oh, I'm all upset today. We'll pop back on the balance cock. And we'll see what happens if it wants to run. No, it's definitely not happy with that, is it? No, that's an unhappy watch. No, that wasn't happy there. So we'll see if we can. And this is part of the trial and error with it all. So I moved it. Let's move it back so we got the gap. So I took it to the extreme one way. To the rover bank, just near it. Not really much to see, is there? See, it's going really quick. Really quick. And almost stops. So, we're in the right area. So what's wrong, I believe. I think I may have been a little bit exuberant with moving this. I'm not going to over tighten that screw for the minute. Such a diff. This is when you're trying to work with different glasses all the time. It's hardly perceivable now, but I think there still is some sort of a stumble. Oh. Turn it off again. Almost wants to run without a top, without the balance cock in. I suppose you guys can see too much of what I'm doing, because I can't see much of what it's doing. But just trying to get it to ease back a little tiny bit, not that much. See what this does for it. Doesn't like that there at all, does it? No, doesn't like it in that position at all. So you can see, you don't normally see all these kind of messings about. Here you see people go, ah, this is it, it's all done. That's because most of the time their videos are very good, unlike mine. They probably don't flip, throw their hair, swim around as much as mine. No, there's something definitely binding up. I'm going to stop the film for a little while I have a proper good investigation.